Animals dream too. Here's what we know. Rats practice running through mazes, cats envision future hunts in the heads, scientists are learning more than ever before about animal dreamers. If you've ever watched a dog nap, you've probably wondered if animals dream. It's a complicated question. We still don't know exactly why humans dream or why dreams might be important. Studying animal dreams is even harder. Dogs can tell us what made them whine or run during a snooze. Depending on how one defines them, animal dreams could have intriguing implications. I think dreaming gives us a lot of extending a number of cognitive capacities to animals that include things like emotion, memory, and even imagination, says David M. Pena Guzman, who studied the philosophy of science at San Francisco State University and recently authored When Animals Dream, The Heightened World of Animals' Consciousness. We know primates have emotions, but consider spiders, which our recent study suggests may experience REM like sleep and even visual dreamers. The thought of spider dreams sounds outlandish, but it may be true. We have this idea of dreams being a confabulatory narrative with kind of crazy, vivid elements to it, says Matthew Wilson, a neurobiologist at MIT. But when we look into animals models, we're simply trying to understand what goes on during sleep that might influence learning, memory, and behavior. What cats dream about. Domestic cats were some of the first animals subjected to dream research. Michael Chovet, a pioneer of sleep studies, uncovered evidence of feline dreaming in the 1960s when he observed cats' behavior while they slept and then altered it dramatically. In REM sleep, human muscles don't move much despite the intense mental activity that powers our dreams. This state of atonia ensures the body doesn't act out our dreams no matter how real they seem. Jovet learned that in cats, a brainstem structure called the pons seemed to regulate REM sleep and produce partial paralysis. By removing parts of the pons, however, Jovet caused a dramatic change in behavior. With the brain steep in REM sleep, the cats began to move as if awake, hunting, jumping, grooming, and aggressively defending themselves against invisible threats. Jovet called this period paradoxical sleep, when the body is still but the mind remains fully active. This provided a window into what was happening in the cat's sleeping brains. The cats performed behaviors that are very easy to introspect as mapping onto a walking experience. Says Pena Guzman, cats rastly maze memories. After rats run a maze during the day, they can return the same course while asleep, research has shown. When awake, a rat's hippocampus, a part of the brain responsible for making and storing memories, remembers the neuron pattern or navigating the maze. Later, when asleep, the brain reproduces the identical pattern, suggesting the rat remembers or relearns the maze all over again. The 2001 finding was one of the first to suggest that animals had complex dreams, and it was just the beginning, says co-author Wilson, the MIT neurobiologist. We've done other studies that suggest the ways memories of past experience get brought up again in sleep might be similar to what we would experience at dreams. Those rat brain studies showed that when maze memories occur during sleep, the visual imagery that went along with them is also reactivated, meaning the sleeping rodents saw what they had seen in the maze while awake. The same has been found for auditory and even emotional areas that reactive when the rat returns the maze during REM sleep. A lot of things suggest there is an extensive re-experiencing of the awake state during sleep. Wilson says, if we want to call that dreams, I'm perfectly comfortable with that description. The interesting part is, if that's what's going on, what does it mean? Zebra finches remember songs. Despite being shown for their lyrical songs, zebra finches aren't born singers. The birds must learn by listening, practicing, and perhaps by dreaming. In 2000, researchers learned that neurons in the bird's four brains fire with a distinct pattern while they sing a song, one that scientists can recreate note by note. Whilst the birds sleep, their brain reproduces this same pattern, replicating the song they heard and sang that day, suggesting the birds remember and practice songs in their sleep. The study others suspect the songbirds dream of singing. The dreaming birds relive their working experiences, or are seeing dreams more like algorithms running without conscious awareness. Scientists may be getting closer to finding out. After further research over 2 decades, finches were the first non-mammals found to have a similar sleep structure as humans, including REM sleep. More recent work shows that the birds also move their vocal muscles to match the music in their brains and can be prompted to actually sing a song played to them in their sleep. Sleeping finches also produce variations on their songs, suggesting that they gather sensory information while awake and create adaptive changes by improvising new versions to promote learning in a dreamlike state. Sleeping deeply with the fishes, zebrafish also experience REM-like sleep, according to Stanford neurobiologist Philippe Morin. While sleeping, these fish lose muscle tone, develop arrhythmic heartbeats, and show brain activity that looks like that of an awake fish. One notable difference from humans, though not all other animals, was that the fish didn't move their eyes, nor, lacking eyelids, did they close them. The findings suggest that the REM sleep, the state when most dreams occur, may have evolved at least 450 million years ago, before land and aquatic animals diverged into the evolution. 20 years ago, people would tell me fish don't even sleep, says Maureen. Now we see those behavioral features are conserved from insects to spiders and invertebrates, and in REM sleep, you lose control of your most vital regulatory systems. Evolution could not have conserved such a fragile state if it didn't matter. But why does dreaming matter? Does REM sleep conservation across evolution mean that even fish might dream? That depends on your definition of dreaming. For Moraine, dreaming is best explained as simply the shuffling of synapses, or in other words, a reset of the neural connections that prepares our nervous system for the coming day through processes like memory consolidation and cognition optimization. I wouldn't be surprised if actual dreams were found in animals, and I think eventually we'll be able to show that scientifically. He says, you do something in the daytime, and your brain will replay it, integrate it, and mix it with other experiences. We're not the only species capable of remembering and learning.